This is Writing Weekend. Writing is a practice met daily, either on the page or off. These two exercises will help you find balance in that practice. I'm going to write with you. 2 minutes on the timer. Let's go. Hello, welcome back to Writing Weekend. Here I am to kickstart something for you, your work in progress, or perhaps you just need some motivation, or you just need to get a little bit of insight to help you through a block that has cropped up this week. The topic for today is inspiration. I work in this area so much. I did a lovely event with Monica Ali about this topic. I work certainly with a lot of my clients on inspiration. So for me, it's such a juicy area to tackle. And I'm always approaching it in slightly different ways, but I'm always ending up with the same understanding and realization that inspiration is not a thing. It's a way. So it's not something that we can go and get, something that we look for. It is a way that we can be. I can be inspired. It is a way of being rather than I can find inspiration. So I really want to explore that, how inspiration can be a way, not a thing. Okay. So, and this comes up probably more in the one-to-one work. If I'm working with a client who is feeling uninspired, we're often doing a piece of work that's looking at where they're putting their focus. So I thought that would be a really nice thing to start the unraveling of the writing weekend today, looking at where we're putting our focus. So I want you to think about when you're not feeling inspired, when you're feeling in a place where ideas aren't coming or you just don't really know what to do, you haven't got that zing, you haven't got that, yes, I can make decisions and I know where my life is going. So when you're in that place, where is your attention? Where are you focusing? So we're going to write for 2 minutes. Where is your attention when you are not feeling inspired? Where is your attention when you are not feeling inspired? 2 minutes, off we go. Okay, there we go. Excuse me, 2 minutes. Where is your attention when you're not feeling inspired? So I first put my attention is down, and then I put question on the ground. No, because I don't feel grounded in that sense of having connection. So for me, the ground, and when I feel the ground, I feel connected. So I know that when I'm not feeling inspired, I don't have that. So I feel heavy, but not connected. And I'm focusing on things that I don't want to do. Gone are the dreams of what I love. I'm no longer taking pleasure in my thoughts. I'm focusing on what I haven't got around to doing. The fact that I can't feel, because for me, when I'm inspired, I feel everything. So when I'm not inspired, I'm focusing on the fact that I can't feel a thing. I'm so heavy, I have forgotten what lies above me. So as I wrote, and I was thinking of my attention being down and this heaviness, for me, I have a real understanding in my practice that I need to be connected to both what's above, because that's a real light, energy that's all about imagination, and connected to the ground is that I'm getting focused and I'm being practical. So the two for me need to be there. So I know that when I'm not feeling inspired, that double connection has gone, and it's this place up here where all the ideas come from. So I'm in this sort of heavy, I'm looking at my to-do list, I'm looking at all the things that I haven't done. I mean, here we go. Look at the focus. There's nothing good here. So if my focus is on all these things, where am I going to get inspiration from? It's not going to happen. So now that we know all the things that we're focusing on when we're not feeling inspired, we can begin to recognize it. We can begin to say, when we feel that sluggish place where there are no ideas, where there's no sense of hope, where dreams are gone, we can just ask ourselves, hold it just a second. Where's your focus right now? And just take like a stock check. It's like going into your pantry. Take a stock check. What's in there? And what do you want to be in there? So that first exercise, just to dig into all the cobwebs and the things that we don't want. And now we're going to start to lift it. We're going to start to look at inspiration is not a thing, it's a way. So when we're not inspired, there's this sense of, I've lost inspiration, or I need to go and find it. But if our focus, as I've shown myself when I'm not inspired, is on crap, how am I going to get this supposed thing called inspiration? What I need to do is connect to the fact that it's a way. It's a way of being that is always available. So the second 2-minute writing exercise. When you're feeling inspired, what is your way? So think about this way as a manner. It might be things that you do, it might be things that you feel, it might be things that you see, it might be things that you tell yourself. What is your way? When you're feeling inspired, what is your way? 2 minutes, off you go. we go. So how did you get on with that one? When you're feeling inspired, what is your way? I put, first of all, that my way is to create. So I know that when I feel really inspired, my urge is to always do something creative with that feeling. But what was really interesting as I continued to write, I put, certainly I want to get things down, I want to write, but I also want to experience life, to know that I'm continuing to fill myself with sensation. And that was really interesting to me, that being inspired wasn't just about producing and creating, that being inspired was also about making choices to bring love and happiness and joy and experience into my world and into myself. So my way is, yes, certainly to write, to get words down on the page, to come up with ideas, but to complete that cycle by making sure that I'm continuing to feed myself. So if I compare it to when I'm not inspired, I mean, there's nothing going on there. I'm only focusing on the things that I'm not doing. But my way when I'm inspired is to look around me for experience. I choose something to read to then have thoughts that I can delight in, which I can then go and write about. So I can see this real cycle. And I put, my way is to be me inside and out, to feel fully and then to express. So that feeling fully comes and then I express, but when I'm inspired, I'm also doing stuff to enable that continuation of feeling fully. So inspiration, and again, it's another lovely insight that I always get when I work with this theme of inspiration. It's a relationship. This way isn't like a one-way street. Oh, great, I'm inspired. I'm just going to splurge on the page. I'm going to do my painting and then I'm done. It's a way. I'm inspired, I'm going to create, but I'm also going to make sure that I go out into the world and I have enough experiences so that I continue in this way to feel, and then I can continue to create. So take this into your weekend, this idea that when you're inspired, what is your way? So keep asking yourself, keep checking in. Where's my focus right now? And what is my way? And you can continue to explore this in your art, in your writing. You can continue to explore this in your everyday life, just to keep bringing your awareness, that understanding that inspiration is not a thing that you can go and find and grab onto, but inspiration is a continuous way of noticing, where am I focusing? What is my way? How am I feeling? How am I expressing myself? So really, really nice to share these discoveries of inspiration with you, and looking forward to doing more writing exercises with you next Saturday. See you then.